Greetings. Hello, everyone. My name is Julie Charette Nunn, Crow's daughter, and I'm going to make a series of videos about St. Joan's wort. And this first video is just an introduction to my connection with the plant and how you can also connect with it. And so I have a song to sing. It's a summer solstice song. The sun shines down on the land. The sun shines down on the land. We are dancing in the sun. We are dancing in the sun. The sun is our dancing. Souls are dancing. All right. So St. Joan's wort, Hypericum perforatum, blooms at the summer solstice, usually between summer solstice and about the end of July. You can harvest it. And we have it growing here in our garden and also on our island. You can actually find it on roadsides, in ditches, in gravel, places where there's gravel. Loves to grow with grasses, has an affinity for grasses. And I have a little bit in my garden, but I went on an adventure with my husband this last summer solstice to harvest the St. Joan's wort because we utilize this plant almost every day. We wanted to have quite a bit for tincture and for infused oil. So if you can imagine with me, it's just after the summer solstice. And right now, it's just after winter solstice and actually almost in bulk. So just about 6 months from now, we are driving along and looking for bright yellow flowers. And there's all kinds of bright yellow flowers blooming at this time. And finally, we find this beautiful vacant lot, a field of St. Joan's wort. We were so excited because it was just about 5 miles from where we live. So I have a sling bag, and in the sling bag I've got some outside pockets, and I have a quart jar that I take the lid off of, and I put that right in the pocket. And so I have my hands free, and I go up to the plant, and this is what I do. It's a shamanic listening practice is what I call it, in connection with the plant before I ever harvest. So I'm going up to the plant and I bring attention to my breath and I'm breathing, and I imagine that I'm breathing the breath of the St. Joan's wort. I'm breathing in that oxygen from the plant. I'm breathing out, giving my breath away to the plant. And I'm breathing for at least 7 breaths. And then I will ask the plant, what have you for me? What have you for me? And I listen. And I see what the St. Joan's wort has for me. And I've received so much wisdom over the years from this wonderful plant. After that, I say thank you. And then I ask permission to harvest. The reason I do that is I want to make sure these are the plants that I'm to harvest. And in that process, I know I can harvest, and then I can also receive wisdom. Okay, that's enough. So there's a couple of ways you can harvest. Sometimes we've cut the plant maybe about this far down, and then we take it home and we take the buds and the flowers off. But I wanted to tell you what a wonderful experience it is if you just pick the buds and the flowers off the plant as you're harvesting. one by one. And it seems really tedious, but what happens is if you were to squeeze a bud or flower of the St. John's wort, you get this purple red substance in it. And that substance is very calming for the nervous system. And after a while, it starts seeping in through your skin. And when I'm doing this, I become very calm and very contented. And I could actually harvest quite a bit longer after I need to. So I've got my jars of St. John's wort buds and flowers. And then I make a tincture with 100 proof vodka, and I fill the jar up about 2/3 to 3/4 full. 100 proof vodka to the top. And put a cap on it, put a label on it, put the date on it, and let that sit for 6 weeks at least. It's like the turn of a season. I do the same with the infused oil, but I use organic olive oil for that. And I have some here. This is some St. John's wort tincture that I strained a couple of weeks ago. And here is a jar of the St. John's wort oil. And it's a very deep red. I don't know if you can see the red in the video, but it's a very deep red. And I'm going to show you how I do that. So I'm going to move this down here. Okay. I've got my wonderful Pyrex glass container. It's 2 quarts. I've got my strainer right here. And I have a straining cloth, which is an old sheet that had some holes in it. So I just cut it up and made some straining cloth. Okay. So now I'm going to pour this into here. And beautiful. And that's I'm going to squeeze that, but I won't squeeze it now because of I'll have St. John's wort all over my hands and I won't be able to do the video, but I'm going to squeeze that and then I'll put it in a nice clean jar. There we go. Here's the St. John's wort oil. You can see the red in that I strained from earlier. So, St. John's wort is a summer solstice plant. And one of the things that I'm going to share with you about this plant is the connection with the summer solstice and the soul energy and soul remembering and soul healing. And so I'm just so grateful to be sharing all this with you. Blessed be.